Hi there, this is Kevin Annett again. I'm speaking to you on March 29th from an undisclosed location. Now, I have an important update from the Common Law Court of Justice in Brussels concerning the case to be launched soon against Pope Francis, the Archbishop of Canterbury, and the head of the Jesuits for their involvement in not only global child trafficking, but the actual murder and torture of children, which we've documented thoroughly. The case was to commence March 31st in Brussels, but prior to that, when I was in New York City this last week, we received notification from a very highly placed source in the Vatican that a disruption team, a black ops team in effect, was dispatched by the Vatican this last week against the work of the court. Now, this team was in the employ and is in the employ of what's called the Holy Alliance, which is the Jesuit-run spying and assassination agency of the Vatican that has operated historically to attack any opponent of the Pope. This team is now in Brussels attempting to disrupt and destroy the work of the Common Law Court in this case, obviously because it's revealing something the Church doesn't want revealed. And as a result, new security measures were brought in, including delaying the opening of the court to April 7th, and also to bring in new security around the court members, including myself. It was also decided the court was to operate in camera or in closed session, not in public session for now. But to compensate for that fact, the court established a new information agency attached to the prosecutor's office. And that agency has released an information in the first bulletin dated today, Saturday, March 29th. Now, I won't read out all of this bulletin. It's contained in an attached email, which will be posted at itccs.org. But it's very important because it shows that the sacrificial cult that we've documented, known as the Ninth Circle, which involves high-placed cardinals and officials in the church, including former Pope Benedict and others, that this Ninth Circle sacrificial cult did in fact operate at the Mohawk Indian Residential School in Brantford, Ontario, where actually our tribunal did commence excavations at a mass grave of the students at the school. This Ninth Circle cult involves the Jesuits and other officials of church and state. I urge you to read through the bulletin. It has very startling information which confirms what we already knew about the demonic nature of the church's operation of these Indian boarding schools, but how these rituals occurred in many other facilities, Catholic facilities around the world. Now, it's also clear that the primary defendants, Jorge Bagoglio, Justin Welby, and Adolfo Pichon, have been conspiring ever since this information came out to shut down the work of the tribunal, our court, and myself, Kevin Annett. This misinformation campaign continues, but we urge you to read the attached documentation and report at itccs.org from the information agency office of the citizen prosecutor in Brussels. Now, I will be returning to Europe in mid-April to assist the work of the court and the Public Information Agency. And we urge you until then to stay tuned for the weekly updated bulletins showing the information that is being introduced in court by the prosecution commencing April 7th. And stay tuned, of course, at itccs.org for more information. I thank you.